Good morning, riders. My name is Wendy Beauchesne and I'm the CEO of the Alberta Cancer Foundation, and I am so excited to welcome you to this virtual rally event for the 2020 Enbridge Ride to Conquer Cancer. You're going to hear from some great speakers shortly, but I want to really take this time to thank you. 3 months ago, we didn't think this event would even happen. Seeing our community come together to continue to make a difference for Albertans facing cancer is, quite frankly, nothing short of extraordinary. There's so many unknowns for us all right now, but the one thing we do know for sure is that cancer doesn't stop for a pandemic. Regardless of what's been happening in this province and around the world, our family, friends, and colleagues continue to hear the words, "You have cancer," and they continue to require cancer care and treatment. Your commitment to your fellow Albertans is truly inspirational. Whether you're spinning from home today or trying out one of the new routes that was specially designed for you, I want you to know your fundraising efforts are making a real impact. The dollars you have raised will allow us at the Alberta Cancer Foundation to continue investing in world-class research, treatment, and care at the 17 cancer centers located around Alberta. This includes groundbreaking clinical trials and enhanced care programs that make life better for patients, such as our Patient Financial Assistance Program, which is more critical now than ever, unfortunately. So thank you for every dollar you have raised and every kilometer you will pedal. Because of you, we can create more moments for Albertans with cancer. I hope you have a great day riding your way, and as you head out, please be safe, follow all of the Alberta health guidelines, and most importantly, have fun. Now, I'm privileged to introduce our next speaker, who will share her personal story with you. Please welcome Leah Meyer.
Hi everyone, I am so excited to be here today to help kick off this year's virtual ride. Welcome back to many of you, and a huge welcome to our first year riders or walkers or whatever it is you've dreamt up to do today. My name is Leah Meyer, and this is my second year being involved with the Ride to Conquer Cancer, and some of you might remember me from last year as I was given the honor to speak to everyone after the first 100-kilometer ride. And for those that don't know me, I'll briefly share my story with you. In 2018, June of 2018, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I underwent 12 rounds of chemo and a big surgery in November of that year on my colon and my liver. I finished chemo in February of that year. Unfortunately, in November 2019, I found out that the cancer had spread to my lungs and that I was going to need surgery. The other piece of my story that I didn't actually share last year with everyone was that on my 11th round, on the day of my 11th round of chemo, we found out that my husband also had cancer, prostate cancer. So when COVID hit last year, I had already had surgery on my left lung, and we were both scheduled to have surgery in March and April. And so, while COVID brought the world to a halt, cancer didn't skip a beat, definitely not in my house. And many of us here today are still dealing with our own cancer journey, whether it be waiting for surgery, initial staging, or sadly, really sadly for some, the loss of a loved one. And this is why we're doing what we're doing and why it's so important. But thankfully, both our surgeries went well, and we both had clear scans. So yeah, we're lucky. And for many, I know it isn't easy to fundraise at the best of times. And so much less asking for money during a global pandemic. However, as a friend told me, if people hadn't fundraised before me, I may not be here today. 5 years ago, some of the therapies that I received didn't exist. And so we can't let anything get in our way. I am so proud to be here and be amongst all of you who I do regard as heroes. And of course, in such uncertain times, it can be really difficult to take even one more thing on. And yet here we are, joining forces and continuing to truly make a difference. And in the words of the ride, we still ride. Have fun today. Thank you for having me here.
Now it's time for the best part of my day anyway, and I have the huge honor to announce the total funds raised to date in the 2020 Enbridge Ride to Conquer Cancer. I don't know about you, but I think that one deserves a little drum roll. And of course, a big thank you to our virtual ride partner, KPMG, for bringing us this important announcement.
Greetings, I'm Pete Heimler. I'm the national team captain for Team KPMG in support of the Ride to Conquer Cancer. What a great day to be doing the virtual ride for the ride this year under our unique circumstances that we're living right now. I gotta say, special kudos go out to the Alberta Cancer Foundation for making this all happen today. This is very important that we continue our support for the ride as we go forward. All the cancer patients, the researchers, they need our help, and you've been a big part of making that all happen this year. We at KPMG, we're very proud to be the breakaway partner for the ride. I tell you, it's just an amazing feeling to be part of this wonderful community of medical researchers and all the folks that contribute to the research and treatment program here in Alberta. You know, we're part of this extended community of riders, of donors, of volunteers. It's just a wonderful, wonderful experience, and we're very, very proud to be part of it. And it's folks like you that have gone out and done all the hard training, all the fundraising, the volunteering that bring it all together here in Alberta. Very, very important to the continuing cause. And I know through your efforts, through our collective efforts, we will conquer cancer in our lifetime. Keeping with tradition, we're very proud to present the envelope, which has the results of this year's fundraising efforts from the likes of all of you. So from KPMG, from the bottom of our hearts, we present this year's tally.
Wow, thank you so much. Once again, this community has gone above and beyond to help create more moments for Albertans facing cancer. On behalf of all of us at the Alberta Cancer Foundation, thank you.
Good morning, riders. Thank you for participating in this year's virtual Enbridge Ride to Conquer Cancer. I'm going to miss the energy of our in-person opening ceremonies and the excitement of doing the ride together. But I know we'll all be back together again once COVID's over. For those of you who are new to the ride, welcome and thank you. This year's ride is a unique one. We have no official route, no fundraising minimum, and no registration fees. It gives us an opportunity to do the ride our own way and still raise money for the Alberta Cancer Foundation and the Princess Margaret Cancer Centre. This year's virtual ride allows us to stay together as a ride community and continue to build awareness for cancer research. Over the years, together on our rides, we've raised almost $300 million for cancer research and treatments in Alberta and Ontario. The money you have raised supports people with cancer to help them receive enhanced patient care. It also supports research into new drugs and treatments to stop cancer, which is so important to thousands of people across Canada who are fighting this awful disease. This year, as in all of the 12 years that I've done this ride, I'll be thinking of friends and family who have battled cancer or who are currently fighting the disease. This includes my father-in-law, Jim, who has been recently diagnosed with prostate cancer. We at Enbridge are very proud to be the title sponsor of the ride. The ride has been embraced by our employees and their families. Team Enbridge has raised close to $10 million as we've participated in rides in Alberta, Ontario, and Quebec. So on behalf of Enbridge, thank you for your commitment to the ride and to supporting better outcomes for those battling cancer. So please take a minute now and listen to the following safety guidelines. But most of all, remember to ride safe today and have a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Rory Tyler. I'm on the board of trustees of the Alberta Cancer Foundation. Thank you for participating in the 2020 Enbridge Ride to Conquer Cancer. Your safety is our top priority, so please watch the following safety video carefully. Ready, set, ride!
If you've decided to complete your virtual ride outdoors, the ride will not offer a fixed route for group cycling and will not have the traditional elements of safety and support typically provided. While we may not all be in a group together, we still recommend riders follow our code of conduct and cycling safety. For everyone's safety, always ride predictably and avoid distractions. Safety is our #1 priority. For your safety, please abide by the following rules and guidelines to make the most of your ride in support of the Ride to Conquer Cancer. We recommend you wear a helmet. Call out any hazards to other riders if any are around. Cell phones and other audio devices are not recommended to be used while riding. Remember, cycling on roads is governed under the same laws as cars. Always obey traffic laws and authorities. Follow all provincial directives. The Ride to Conquer Cancer does not support group riding or gathering that does not follow safe social distancing protocols. If you come across others on your ride, give them lots of space. Not everyone may have the same comfort level being around others. Please be respectful and patient, especially when your route is occupied by other cyclists and pedestrians. For everyone's safety, let's brush up on your hand signals so you can understand nonverbal cues from other riders. If you have to pass another cyclist, do so on the left-hand side. Make sure there's adequate room to keep a safe distance apart and use a verbal signal. Cyclists ahead of you have the right of way. Go at your own pace. If you are in an emergency situation or witness one, please call 911. Thank you for your support of the Alberta Cancer Foundation. Be safe and have a great ride.
Hi, it's John Walker at the Cross Cancer Institute. I'm a medical oncologist and a researcher. As you can see, I also need a bit of a haircut. I'm doing my bit, helping with social distancing to try to beat this coronavirus. I wanted to let you know that in these strangest of days, we're still here at the Cross Cancer Institute. We're trying to provide the very best care we can for our patients, and the research team is here too. It's important that we all focus part of our attention on the coronavirus, but of course, cancer research is also critically important. The Alberta Cancer Foundation supports my research, and I hope you'll continue to support the Alberta Cancer Foundation in these strange days. We're continuing to work hard to bring new and better treatments to our patients every day. Thank you.
And now, we want to acknowledge an important tradition for our ride. Each year, we share a moment of silence as a single bicycle is guided between our sea of riders. This year, we might not be together physically, but we still stand together to honor this single bicycle. Instead of being ridden, this bicycle is escorted. It symbolizes so much about our important journey, a journey that started long before this morning and one that will continue as long as cancer exists. The bike represents the person who once rode it. A mother, a brother, an uncle, a friend. A life cut short by an unrelenting disease, and the once ridden bikes in our homes and unfilled spaces in our hearts that are left behind. To all those who are no longer with us, we dedicate this ride to you. But as we embark with the spirit of those lost, we must not forget the fight of the living. The bike also represents all our riders with yellow flags, the survivors, and those affected by cancer. As we ride today or in the weeks ahead, take time to remember the courage and dedication of these riders. The ride hardly compares to the epic journey that our survivors have already endured and continue to endure. You are heroes among heroes in our battle to conquer cancer, and your participation today is incredibly inspirational. Why do we ride? Because our sweat is nothing compared to their tears, because our challenge is nothing compared to their fight, because we are all on one journey to conquer cancer. Keep this in your mind and in your hearts as you make your way through the streets and countryside. Be proud of what you've done here today. And with that, we say, ready, set, ride.